Okay, so you're already convinced you want to start investing. The question is, in what? Search Google for types of investments and you come across that. Whoa, alright, since I don't want you feeling like this, I promise I will simplify the different types of investments there are. You see, if we peel back all the complexity, there are two categories of assets you can invest in. And in the rest of this video series, we will explore them. The two categories are cash-producing assets and insurance assets. Mind you, these are terms I have created in order to simplify the idea, not the official ones. Here's what I mean. Cash-producing assets are assets that pay you for owning them. This means that you invest in them and you either receive money in return or the asset generates money and that money is reinvested back in it. Insurance assets are not what you think. We're not talking about insurance policies here. Why the name then? Because just like insurance, these are assets that you buy hoping you will never use them. More on that later. Which are the main types in the category of cash-producing assets? Credit, real estate, and stocks. Let's go over them briefly. By credit, I mean any type of lending product where you lend money and receive interest in return. You can lend using a peer-to-peer platform, you can lend to your neighbor Joe, or even to the government or corporations. How do you do the last one? By purchasing what's called bonds. Bonds are issued by governments or corporations and are used as a credit instrument in which you as an investor can lend them money and receive interest in return. Real estate is pretty self-explanatory. It's either land or buildings that are used by a person or a business, and in return for giving it to them as an owner, you receive rent from it. Stocks are simply businesses that are public and open to anyone to invest in them. These companies produce some kind of a product or a service, or in other words, value for society. If you own little pieces of them, known as shares, you're a shareholder. As a shareholder, you own a portion of the profits these businesses make. We'll take a deeper look at this category and these three types of assets later in the series. For now, let's move to the second category, the insurance assets. As I said, they're called insurance because they aren't productive, meaning they don't generate any cash. They're purchased because they protect their owner from bad events like wars, hyperinflation, geopolitical crises, totalitarian governments, and other things like that. Insurance assets are often overlooked or even frowned upon, but they're an important part of each person's portfolio. So, let's take a closer look at them in the next video from our Investing for Beginners guide, which you can check by clicking the video on your screen right now.